he's now positioned to get some of the most important outs of this Blue Jays season.
You were drafted by the Blue Jays 9th overall in 2014. The following spring, I don't know if you remember this, you sat down with Sportsnet and we asked you why you believed you would make it to the big leagues. And here is what a 22-year-old Jeff Hoffman had to say.
I'm a workhorse, do whatever it takes kind of guy. Go into every game with that fearless mentality. Go in there, pound the fastball in, and dare them to hit it. And I know I got faith in my guys behind me, and I really believe that with that mentality, with that type of fearlessness that I go into a game with, I don't think it's possible to fail.
So when you look back at your journey, I mean, Colorado, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, and now back to Toronto, what would you tell 22-year-old Jeff Hoffman? What would you tell him about what it took to succeed in the big leagues?
Yeah, I'd probably just tell him to pump the brakes a little bit. I think there's a whole lot more that goes into it rather than pure talent. Obviously, you're gonna get punched in the face a few times along the way, and I think the most important part is how you respond to that stuff. So, I'm glad that the person I am was able to deal with the adversity, and obviously it took a while to put it all together, but we're here now, and we're excited for the future.
I know Blue Jays fans are excited to see you in a Toronto uniform. You resurrected your career in Philadelphia, and you can really point your finger at an opportunity, and you really seized it when you were called up to throw to two-time MVP Bryce Harper. So I want you to take the story from there. So you get pulled out of a game in AAA, you're at Lehigh Valley, and you admittedly hadn't been pitching well.
I felt like I was throwing the ball well. My stuff was good.
Right.
The numbers just weren't showing that. So we felt like it was a good opportunity to go and show what my stuff looked like to a really good hitter, a Hall of Famer. So went up there and just tried to put my best foot forward, and had a really good day.
Jeez, I mean, you're humble. I mean, it wasn't just a really good day. I spoke to Bryce, and he was raving about you. He said there was just no way this guy could go back down to the minor leagues. We had to sign him. 5 at-bats. How many strikeouts in those 5 at-bats?
I think 4.
Okay.
Yeah, 4.
You pretty, did you feel like you were pitching to save your career? Like, what was your mindset facing Bryce in that live BP?
Yeah, I was pitching to save my career. I didn't want to have to go to Japan or have to bounce around the minor leagues with another team or whatever. So yeah, treated it like it was my last day, basically. And hearing the praise that he gave me because of that outing obviously gave me a ton of confidence, because it's not like you're hearing it from just any guy. You're hearing it from, like I said, a Hall of Famer.
How about Jeff Hoffman, our eye on the mound?
He had an interesting path to get to where he is today. He's resurrected his career.
Hey, you talk about a rebirth. He's been more than anybody could have ever imagined.
This is the strangest, kind of oddest piece of advice someone's ever given you about being maybe a closer or a reliever, or just like a pitcher being in a tough situation.
The thing that stands out was, so I had a coach tell me one time that I care too much. And I think that was definitely true at that time. This was during my time in Cincinnati, and it was kind of like rock bottom for me. At that time, I was like, man, I can't, I just can't figure it out. Like, I don't know what's going on. My pitching coach there kind of told me that, it really seems like you care too much. You need to stop caring so much and just go out and just be free. And I think that was kind of one of the steps that I took. That was kind of like when the tides turned, and I started, getting better and having cleaner outings, and not being afraid to throw the ball in the zone. My philosophy kind of is, if I can make you miss in the zone, then I'm in a really good spot. At the end of the day, if I have all my pitches in the zone, then it's going to be a big guessing game for the hitter, and I'm probably got the upper hand in that one.
That's a great way to end this. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks.